Welcome everybody to the 32 team franchise. This is Doomhammer, and so this has been a 14 in-season year product of starting from the year 2002 to 2003, and I have basically reinvented the entire NFL, currently playing the 2015-2016 NFL season, and because of that, this creates a lot of lore, I guess you could call it, or history, and so I'm here just to share an update of how the starting Patriots quarterbacks have done. So to get started, we're going to go here to the next slide. Tom Brady, he's 152-79 record with the New England Patriots. He has only ever played for the Patriots. He has won 3 total Super Bowls, which at the same time in the NFL, I believe he still had the same number because the Patriots were originally, they won 1 Super Bowl, which is what was before 2002, because they won 2001. Then it was the Buccaneers versus the Raiders. Then the Patriots won back-to-back Super Bowls in real life. However, in my franchise, the Patriots took a while to get back to the Super Bowl. It wasn't until the early 2010s when I won back-to-back Super Bowls with the Patriots. The main difference is that in my reality, Tom Brady didn't get to the Super Bowl against the Giants twice. And so because of that, he has no 2 AFC championship wins, additional to where he is now. Whereas in real life, he had those extra ones. But quite frankly, this makes him a 3-0 winner, so he's never lost in the Super Bowl, according to my franchise. And I think we're getting very close to when the Patriots... Actually, it's this Super Bowl that would be the Patriots versus the Seahawks, in which the Patriots won. So we'll see if the Patriots are able to pull it off this season and make the Super Bowl. So far, it's not looking great. But when we look at Tom Brady's Patriot stats versus his career stats in my franchise, we can see he's only played for 1 team. So what that means is he's not going to have a difference there. I'll show you what that looks like with Romo and David Green. But he has 557 passing touchdowns, 214 interceptions, 577 rush yards, 8 rushing TDs. He's really racking up the 56,000 yards, pretty much on track to maybe where he was in his real life if he keeps going as he is. And then the top level is what Tom Brady's real career is versus my career. So when I look at right now, I'm only about 90-some touchdown passes away from meeting where Tom Brady's real life passing touchdowns is versus my Madden version of him. Now, I've thrown a lot more interceptions than he has in his career, about 500, 600 rush yards short. And I guess in real life, he has a lot more rushing touchdowns than I have rushed with him. But I got about 33,000 more passing yards to go before I get to where Tom Brady was in his real life. Then we've got David Green. So David Green started 1 season with the Seattle Seahawks. Then he went to the Washington Redskins, was 1-3 there. And then when he went with the Patriots, he was a backup for Tom Brady. They were doing very well in 2007, and David Green just played the nonsense game that you play when you are not trying to injure your people before the playoffs. And unfortunately, he lost that game. Then we move on to his stats. He only had 217 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, mostly in that 1 game he played. His entire career in my franchise, when he was with the Seahawks and when he was with the Redskins, he had 2,300 yards, 18 touchdowns, 24 interceptions, and 100 rushing yards. Moving forward, as you can see, compared to his real life, he never threw the ball once in his career. In my franchise, he threw it many, many more times. So David Green had a much better career in my franchise than in real life. Then the last player that has started a game for the Patriots is Tony Romo. So Romo was drafted by the Vikings. He was like the 6th round, 7th round pick. In real life, he was undrafted. Then he went to, after a couple years as a backup behind Dante Culpepper, I thought he could have been the guy that took over. But then I forget if it was Brett Favre or somebody else came in around that time to be the quarterback. I think 2006 was a bit early for Brett Favre. I don't remember, But anyway, he went to the Rams, and he was a starter there for a couple seasons, went 14-17. Then he went to the Ravens for 1 year, did not go well, 2-3. Then he went to Dallas, and I allowed him to have a few seasons there. But then that 2011 draft class, we had there's Cam Newton. The following year was they drafted Russell Wilson. And Russell Wilson ended up being the new quarterback for Dallas, moving on from Romo. Then Romo went to New England for a year, where he, for 2 years, and had one game where he played, and he won the one game he started. And then the Chargers and the Cardinals, he's been a backup. As for his career stats, he's got 353 yards and 3 touchdowns with the Patriots. And then in his entire career, about shy of 11,000, 88 passing touchdowns, 68 interceptions, 294 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Then we move to his comparison to real life. And yes, Tony Romo is a victim of my franchise. He never got the long-standing Dallas tenure he did in real life. Despite the attempt where he had 2 years there, he just wasn't winning games. He just wasn't the same type of quarterback in my franchise as he was in his real life. So there you have it. This is a quick video. I will try to do this for all of the teams. Yes, those are mostly AI-generated images, which I think are really cool for a franchise like this, where you have different players who've played on different teams. It makes a little bit more realism as you're telling the story. But yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll have more content like this. Storytelling, this alternate reality of the 32-team franchise in Madden. Yes, I play every single game, all offense. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Always enjoy connecting with the community. So thanks for watching.